All right, good afternoon, September 14th, and this is the midday market review or market pulse. Let's take a look here. So let's dive in right away and let's see what's going down. So basically, I'm looking at the XPX. All these are 15-minute charts that I'm looking at, just basically looking at the white line that we see in the momentum. The moving average is the 50-day moving average. We're going to pay attention to that one. See if we can get any trades going on or see if we can get an edge on what's really happening in this marketplace. So basically, what I'm noticing is that we're not really getting the bounces that I was hoping for. So taking a look at the XPX up here in the right hand corner, 15-minute charts, it looks like it's trying to form a bottom, which is a lot better than it did yesterday. However, we need to get above this 44.65 area. Most important, if we can get above yesterday's highs, then that would be amazing, which brings us about 44.93 or 44.86. Those are going to be key levels to watch here. The MACDs are going up, which is telling me a base is trying to be formed. Um, However, I'm not really seeing that bounce I would like to see. Um, could it probably go a little bit lower? Maybe. Let's see if this holds. The Nasdaq looks a little bit stronger than the XPX at this moment. We have a strong momentum line bouncing off this 15,352 area, currently now 15,467. It's trying to go up. Tech's actually sold off a little bit, so we see money coming back into the techs. It is above the 50-day. Let's see how far above it can go. We're looking for a break of yesterday's highs of 15,565 to get it going. So let's see. Let's see what happens today. Um, right now, we're just kind of lagging. Russell did form a double bottom here. Noticing a nice double bottom. Uh, Again, the MACDs are still struggling here. Let's see if we can get above this 2245. It tried this morning, but immediately sold off. However, it was a fake out. Let's see if it can go back there or linger. Will this kind of keep going? So again, there's not really a lot of movement or any news that we need for the market to kind of continue on this upward swing. Currently, I'm just noticing that all the markets are actually declining, right? So we're noticing this pullback still going back. We're looking for a double bottom. However, the 50-day, you can go either way with it. You can actually go buy puts or you can go long, because you have a nice position on the XPX of 44.65. If it goes short, it can go down to 44.45, which is about 20 points. If it goes up, you have a nice move about 44.86, so about a 20-point move either way. Let's see if it breaks through. NASDAQ is giving me a little indecisions here. It is trying to put in the bottom, but let's see. And Russell is the weakest of all of them. Again, just declining, declining, declining. Let's see if it can break this 22.36 area, or is it going to come back down? But MACDs are below zero, which is telling me that it's still pretty bearish. Nasdaq is trying to break through, and the XPX still below zero. Again, key factors can break above this 50-day moving average. A break above zero is going to be detrimental. Um, Alphabet, Google, it is one of the strongest fangs out there. It is moving. We noticed a lot of buying coming into yesterday at the close, and again, just going into yesterday's highs. We're at the high of day today. Let's see if it can break through. The MACDs are above zero. Again, can it start going a little bit higher? If it holds this high of day of 28.57, then more likely you could probably see 28.86 pretty shortly, and maybe 28.94. I love that the 50-day moving average is moving up, but it still needs a little bit of work. I like this was a nice little buy entry this morning, 28.40. We had about 15, 20 points right there. Um, Amazon. Amazon still trying to form a bottom here. Um, Again, we put in this nice low here at 2034.37 yesterday. It is trying to struggle. We're above the 50. We had a nice bounce this morning. However, just like the overall market, it's just kind of lingering, forming a bottom. But Amazon and Alphabet is probably one of the strongest one. I'm gonna throw in Facebook, even though I don't follow it, but Facebook is pretty one of the strongest ones up there. The Fangs. Tesla. Tesla put in a nice bottom yesterday, broke above the 50. Um, we reversed off the 709 level, which is key level that we've talked about in the past. 709, 709, 709. This time 709 to the upside. But buyers came in at the 709 level and drove it up. The 736 area is going to be interesting. Can it hold this 736? It looks like so far it's holding. We like the moving direction moving upward. The MACDs are looking good. Can it go any higher today without the rest of the market? That's going to be key. So we're going to be looking at the 755 area. ISRG, I actually like this one. We had a sharp decline on ASRG, pretty sharp. Um, so this looks pretty key. We are breaking. We had a nice rally here that MACDs can show you this higher highs and higher lows on the 15 minutes. This is going to be detrimental here. We had a little sell off right at this key area here, which I believe I marked it. This third 1039 can keep it going. If it can break above that, I think we're going to see this thing probably go up to 1050 in a short period amount of time. We are super close to that. So MACDs are telling me that buyers are stepping in. Let's see if we get that. CMG got hit pretty hard. It's been on a downward spiral since 2 weeks ago. Again, from 1932, it's back down to about 1864. We're going to look at this 1880 area that I've talked about in the past, 1883 to be precise. Let's see if we can get above that. MACDs are starting to push through, and if buyers start stepping and driving this price higher. Apple has some news with the iPhone. Again, on the 1 day chart, we're not getting the bounces that I really would like to see. So this is telling me there are some sellers coming in at this level, no buyers. ISRG just went. But basically, it looks like it's probably going to go back down to about 148. And let's see how it reacts there. The MACDs are telling me likewise. But we're not really getting the bounces that I would like to see. This is a 1 hour on Apple. And again, we're not really breaking through. So I'm going to hold off on Apple right now. I'm not really convinced that, you know, buyers are stepping in. We'll like to see the MACDs turn a little bit here on the dailies and the 1 hour chart. We'll love to see the price above 150, 151 to be exact. But we're not really getting that this week. What else are we looking at? Let's look at BTC. BTC, again, we did find some support around this 43, 44 area. But again, we're not getting that bounce. That bounce I'm talking I like to see on the Apple. So MACDs are still going down. So we'd like to see it turning. Let's say we can form a base. Uh, but there are some selling pressure right in here at that 47,000 area. Let's see if we can break above that. If we can break above that, then I think we're probably going to revisit this 52,000. MicroStrategies had a nice rally yesterday off the $600 level. Remember that? And we ran up to 652 this morning. Actually, nice little pullback. Let's see how it reacts at this 626, Eric. Is it going to form a bounce? This is a perfect setup and a MACD zero bounce with a bounce off the 50-day moving average. That could be a nice little trade entry for an upside movement. Let's see how it reacts around the 50. Um, Ethereum's pulling back as well to the 50. So let's see how this reacts. We're getting a little bit of a bounce here, but not really that bounce I would like to see. So let's see. It just kind of sense that something else is coming. Let me just cover AMC here. AMC or GameStop. GameStop again having trouble above this 215 area. Still holding out pretty strong for a meme stock. So they're not selling it off. They're not really buying it, but it's something you want to watch. But I think if it breaks above 215 with momentum and holds, it could probably get it going. Uh, AMC, same type of predicament here. We are starting noticing that this thing is start going a little higher. Um, I think 57 is going to get it going. Let's see what happens there. but the internals on AMC and GameStop is kind of just lingering here. So I think the big move is probably eminent on more on GameStop than it is on AMC at this moment. Um, let's just let's see what happens. Ultimately, what am I noticing here? What am I noticing? Let's look at the fangs. Let's look at fangs. So Facebook on the dailies, it is holding. So we are holding here on Facebook. Not really a sell off occurring. Apple is selling off. We talked about Apple. Amazon again. We filled in this gap here. This gap that we was filled in. It's gonna have a little hard time going above 35.51, but let's see. I'm not really getting that bounce that I would like to see, and we're right at that 50-day moving average. So it can go either way. It might even come down. So pay close attention to Amazon. Netflix, we had a nice support bounce, a nice little rally. It's pulling back a little bit, so we're gonna see how this reacts here. Uh, could we get a nice little bounce here off the Netflix movement? So let's take a look there. And Google still coming down a little bit, not getting that bounce that I would like to see. However, again, news is pending, so let's see what happens. All right, guys, that's all I have, and all right, go get it.